Hey there, everybody. It's been about a day since I last streamed. Unfortunately, today I'm not going to have as much time as I would normally like. Now that I've gone pushed past the 2-hour mark for streaming, it's like I want to try and make sure I continually do that. But unfortunately, I have to go pick up some glasses after in a few hours. So we're gonna only stream for about 2 hours today. But there's still plenty to do in between now and then. So, last time we ended up clearing up things here in Roland, finishing up the prologue, and we took care of some jobs as bracers for our father since he had to go and leave to take care of some business that related to a sudden letter he received. And so shortly after he left on an airship, the airship he was on went missing in the Bose region. And so we're headed to Bose to go and see if we can find out anything, while also maybe learning something about some of the Sky Pirate or Sky Bandit, I forget which term they use, activity that is kind of going off over there. And hopefully we can go and get ourselves a recommendation from the Bose branch of the Bracers Guild so that we can become full-fledged racers. But yeah, so let's do it. Hello there. Are you headed for Bose? We are. But how did you know we weren't just visiting again? Well, a number of people like yourselves have been passing through lately. Exponentially more than usual. Is that because the flights have been suspended in the airspace over Bose? That's exactly what happened. You wouldn't believe how busy this place is because of it. Well, the Royal Army is responsible for all the restricted flights, so you're not really in a position to complain. Yeah, you've got that right. Oh, and another thing. Traffic through the checkpoint is also being regulated. If you want to go through here, you'll have to pass. You have to get a pass from the chief warrant officer next door. Okay. All right, let's go talk to the boss. Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua too. Hello, Mr. Ashton. And this is Sherazard, if I remember correctly. Good afternoon, sir. We'd like to cross over into the Bose region, so we were wondering about getting a pass. Let me guess, this has something to do with the Lind, doesn't it? Yeah. Stella explains that Cassius was aboard the missing airliner. Goodness, Cassius was aboard? This is major. I wish you a pass right away. Received gate pass. Thank you, sir. But is it alright for you to issue us a pass just like that? What are you talking about? I know you kids by face. And as a member of the Royal Army, I should do my best to cooperate with the Bracer Guild. Oh, but one other thing. Huh? Be careful if you have any errands at the Haken Gate north of here. You might want to hide your identities as bracers there. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I can't say any more about the matter. But if you do intend to investigate the incident, please do so with discretion. I pray the Adios for Cassius' safe return. Haken Gate. Alright, open the gate. Alright, we got one. Well, that was quick. Okay then, how about I open the gate for you? The soldier opened the gate by remote control. I'm imagining it's just like one of those little... Like, it's just like an actual TV remote, just like, you know, just flipping the channel open to go and open the gate. It is a little surprising to see that the gate's open to the side rather than, like, up. But I guess it would probably... Like, if you're in a regular, like, sort of traffic time where you're not, like, keeping the gates closed and just letting people pass through, then it would probably be easier to keep it, like, pulled to the side rather than upwards. Plus, it's not like the gate itself is, like, tall enough to hold it up. Alright, you're cleared to go through. Once you cross over, you won't be able to come back unless you get a pass from the other side. Please be aware of that before you cross. Got it! Alright. Well, we have no more business in Roland. So, the only other thing is we have to deliver a letter in Bose. So, we're leaving Roland behind. The Ison Road, which runs off the East Bose Highway, is blockaded right now. For those heading to the north border, they'll have to go to Bose first and then wait until the road reopens. So to the north is the border with Arabonia. Probably our biggest let's just say they're not on good terms. What do we have here? Bracers traveling the roads on foot is a bit of a hassle, isn't it? Well, be careful out there. It's a nice little bench. A little park area. I guess it's better if you have to kill a lot of time, it's better than nothing. Alright, here we go. East Bose Highway. Whenever I go through these like points of no return, I always get that same kind of feeling of when you're like, did I turn off the stove? Like, did I go and take care of everything I could have before leaving Roland? It's like, this game does have like hidden requests in them where like you only find them if you go talk to like a certain person at a certain time and you help them and whatnot. Like, in order to go and get like the maximum bracer ranking, that's a thing you have to do. I'm not going to be like aiming for that this time around, just because like at least in terms of like this game, I don't have them all memorized. So I'd rather not like be looking at a guide constantly. That'll take care of that. Oh, you just barely didn't take him out. But yeah, so we're gonna have Shara with us for a while, which is gonna be nice. What? This must be a there must be a request out in Bose, at the Bose Guild branch rather. We can take this guy on now, actually, before we even pick up the request. Assuming it doesn't, completely murder us. Alright, at least they're weak to wind. Okay. Alright, we'll have Estelle go forward. That did 0 damage. Uh-oh. I hope this magic doesn't do 0 damage. Oh, she's sealed, which means no more no more physical attack for her. Okay, magic does work. That's good to hear. Okay. Alright, I think my best bet would be to eat and then take advantage of the crit that's coming up. Do an S break. You scare me the most, so I'm killing you. Hopefully this kills you. Okay, good. Thank you, crits. Alright. Yeah, even earlier I couldn't really just like tank and spank in this game. Which is nice, because it means that you have to think a bit more. It's also convenient that everyone has access to magic in some form or another. Even if they're not like a mage build or anything like that, it's not like their elemental magic isn't worthless.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Yo, that's a lot. I have a lot of Earth, space, and Mirage Sepith. I just haven't had a reason to spend it yet. Nibble Valley. Alright, I don't need to go here yet. Let's get to the actual city before we wander off too far. I have this like somewhat innate fear of like the roundish enemies in this game, because those are the ones that typically explode when you kill them. Like in Roland, one of the extermination requests included a boss that was like my first actual game over here. Now that I think about it, I think I did get that. Did I get that treasure chest that has the like big group of enemies in it? The one that I had to run from because of how like many enemies there were. I think I did. If not, oh well. One of the tricky things about like 100%ing this game is that there's an achievement for checking, like opening every chest and like reading the messages inside. So it's like, again, it's one of those like, hey, if you miss one thing, time to restart kind of deal. But I'm not going for any of that in this playthrough. What's that? Headed this way. Oh, it's I guess it'd be the closest equivalent would be like a forklift, but it's floating, so. Well, if it isn't Charizard, how have you been? Fine, I haven't seen you in a while either. What are you up to? As you can see, I'm doing an escort job. I'm sure that you've heard about all the airliners being grounded after the Lind incident, right? Because of that, we have to move all of this cargo to the Royal City by ground transport. I see. Well, your efforts are appreciated. So, how about yourself? What are you doing with these youngsters? Don't tell me you're looking into the incident. That was the plan. Why? Do you know something we should be aware of? Well, I think it would be best if you spoke to Lugrin about it at the branch, in Bose. Anyway, I've got to get going. Catch you later. First Mr. Ashton and now him. Everyone keeps hinting at something, but no one will just come out and say it. I wonder what's up. Well, there must be a good reason for it. We'll probably find our answers at the Bose branch. Agreed. If we do as he suggests and ask Lugrin about it, we may just get a clue as to what's going on. Anyway, let's get going. Still got a little bit. Yeah, we're about halfway down the road. And I ought to build up some craft points and get some experience points before we get to the city anyways. It's just generally a good idea. thankfully. It's just being a preemptive strike. I don't need to, like, we'll just get 2 or more turns on wailing on him.
Alright, we're good to go.
Alright. I think probably the best thing about being out of Bose, or out of Roland, is no more stupid, ladybugs that are here to go and chase me down to the ends of the earth. Now we have moles that will chase you down to the end of the earth. Oh, that was a miss. There we go. Yeah, I think at least for right now, unless I'm just flat out wrong, that the spell arts don't build up as many craft points as your normal attacks do. But in general, it shouldn't be a big issue. It still just. I don't think I've upgraded her slots at all, so she still has so little EP. Which is funny because normally I go and focus in on giving her some stuff before Joshua. Cause like, in addition to like the slots giving you more stuff to work with, like I mean it like more EP. It also directly correlates to how well you can like buff your character. Because it's both like stats and spells. Oh, that's a poison. I don't think poison lasts between combat in these games. I'll have to double check though. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Like, this isn't Pokemon. I know some RPGs are very, like, picky when it comes to poison, having, like, effects outside. Is that another one? No, it's not. It's just a weird flying saucer, I guess. Shadow Spear. Ouch. Okay. Nice. Oh, HP 2. Nice, okay. So that'll give us more actual HP to work with. I'm going to... Does this one have to be? Yeah, it does. Okay. Let's have you heal yourself up. Yeah, HP orbments are really good just because they don't offer any, like, down, like, they don't lower any of your other stats. Hey Diggs! I just now noticed ya. I'm doing pretty good. I've only got a bit of time to stream today, but I figured I'd have some fun doing some more of Trails in the Sky. Is this where the Hawken Gate? We'll get to the branch before we go there. Let's see. Are there just, like, no monsters on this page? I guess we are just right outside the city. I always love the Bose theme. We finally made it here. This is the commercial city of Bose, which sits at the heart of the Bose region. Wow, it definitely looks like a city. Of the 5 major cities in Liberl, this one comes next after the Royal City. Compared to Royal, the buildings are all made of stone and seem a lot bigger. Does anyone have any idea what that huge building is over there? That's the Bullseye Market. It's an indoor marketplace made up of various shops. Food, clothing, sundry goods, furniture, books, and so on. You can pretty much buy everything here with the exception of weapons and ornaments. It's not surprising that they call this place a commercial city. Man, I really wish this trip could have been for shopping. Maybe some other time. Let's first stop by the guild and find out what's going on regarding the incident. Oh, alright. Just so you know, the Bracer Guild is just right over there. There we go. Oh, Sherazard! You arrived a lot sooner than I expected. I appreciate you coming all the way from Roland. It's been a while, hasn't it, Lugrin? Did someone tell you that we were coming ahead of time? Yes, I received a call from Ina not that long ago. So that means these 2 kids with you are Cassius's children? Yes, that's right. It's nice to meet you, sir. I'm Estelle Bright. And I'm Joshua Bright. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Lugrin, and I oversee the Bose branch. Your father and I go way back. Just call me Lugrin. Sure, we'll do that. That said, could you give us a quick update on the missing airliner incident? Yes, about that. The Royal Army is still continuing its search. However, with the Army's current restrictions on information, no public updates on the situation have been made. Not only has the general public been kept in the dark, but the guild hasn't heard a word either. Really? Why not? Aren't the Army and the guild supposed to be cooperating together? Well, that's the way it is on the surface anyway. But in actuality, there's a lot of opposition between both parties on a number of aspects. So pretty much what you're saying is that it's a bunch of jurisdictional disputes, right? I hate to admit it, but that's the situation. In addition, General Morgan has gotten involved. Did you just say General Morgan? Great. Now it really looks like things are going to be a pain. General Morgan? Who's that? He's famous for repelling the Imperial Army's invasion 10 years ago. You should have read about him in the history books. Amazing Liv? I don't recall the name. So, what's the big deal with this famous guy anyway? From what I've heard, he's not the biggest fan of the Bracer Guild. Hates Bracers, in fact. It seems he even makes it a point of routinely asserting that there's no need for a bracer guild. Sounds like a real whack job to me. So, what you're saying is that we're not getting any information because of this general? That's not really important at the moment. What really matters is that bracers are being prohibited from entering the regions they're investigating. And because of that, it's causing conflicts with our other work. But we just came all the way here from Roland. If that's the way it's going to be, then it's time to do it out with this general to decide who gets to investigate the incident. You're talking like a crazy person, Estelle. Keep your cool, bracers. There are other ways. Such as the request we just received from the mayor concerning the incident. She has asked that we conduct an investigation from the guild side, separate from the army. Well, that's encouraging news. If it's an official request from the mayor, it'll be a great pretext for us to conduct our own investigation. I see. Well, isn't this perfect timing? Lugrin will accept the mayor's request. That's fine. Sounds fine by me. But before you go, you two are junior bracers, right? Yeah, why? Junior bracers, so to speak, are members in training, registered at various branches. In short, their performance is monitored by the branch where they're currently registered. And right now, for you two, that would be Roland. So what you're trying to say is, we have to change our registration if we want to accept jobs here, right? You've got it. Here, all you need to do is sign on these forms to transfer your registration. Sure? Our names go here, and Estelle and Joshua filled out the registration transfer forms. Alright, it looks like everything is in order. Junior Bracers, Estelle and Joshua, as of this day at 15:20, your registration at the Bullseye branch has been approved. That means that you are now members of the Bullseye branch. So you know, once you become a senior bracer, you can do any job without being registered to a particular branch. But on the flip side, your duties and responsibilities increase as well. Understood. So pretty much we're still newbies. Well, it looks like now I'll be able to entrust you with the mayor's request. The mayor's residence is near the west gate. You should go there and talk to her directly. We'll do that. Understood. I did go and kill a monster on the way here, so... There we go. Alright, so... Ingredient Seeker. I'm in a bind right now, as I seem to be lacking a certain cooking ingredient I regularly use for practice. Bring me tender poultry times 5 to me at Gwen at the Anti-Rose restaurant. And then a ferocious monster has been sighted alongside the trail behind Revenue Village. It must be sought out and exterminated ASAP. For details, please see me in the village. Alright. I think it'll be a while before we go to the village, but I think do I have chicken? I have 2 chickens. I think. Yeah, it's the tender poultry. So, and then so I have only got 2 of those. Okay. It's over there. Might as well talk to him. Nope. No reservation here. Is this a restaurant then? 'Tis as you say, yes. I'm the manager, Lecter. I tend to the restaurant's needs while the owner's away. Herein, the best quality ingredients and service await you, imagining the greatest dining experience of your life. I personally guarantee that if you partake of our delicacies, you will emerge full and satisfied. Please come this way. I will gladly show you a table. Wow, this guy has a lot of confidence in his restaurant, I must admit. It certainly looks like a nice place. Yeah, but he's a bit pushy, don't you think? I mean, when I see this place, my first thought is, ka-cha-ching! We go broke if we ate here. It's not cheap, that's for certain. If one wished to stay for a full-course dinner, let's see, it would require the bounty of 30 large monsters at minimum to gather enough Mira. Yow! Yeah, that's not for me, thanks. At that price, I'd gladly go to a street vendor. Deep-fried palm on a stick, palm in a blanket. This guy's pretty intense. It's kind of scaring me. He has the eyes of the pro. Really skilled, really psycho sort of pro. Who's the Gwen? Are you Gwen? No. Are you Gwen? You are Gwen. Okay. So I'll just need to go and come across some chicken. Some wild chicken. I doubt I could just buy some. Alright. This one's quite a catch. Tentatively speaking, I'm an employee at the store. I help out my mother. I'm not playing around, just in case you're wondering. Work helmet's generally pretty good. Laundry pole. I'll hold off on the paring knives. Been living in Bose my whole life, but this is for them actually come to the market. Where to start? It's like not going to like the supermarket. Look maybe we should try another shop. Do you sell books? Carnelia, chapter 1 and 2. I already have a copy of that. Okay. Alright. I need those to learn the recipes. Teehee, this is my first time I've ever been allowed to go on an errand all by myself. Let's see. Now what was I supposed to buy? My memory is also just as bad, so I don't blame you. Snoop Strega! I can't talk to you from the other side. Let's buy some oranges and some apples. Okay, yeah, I can sell some sepith here if need be. Yeah, there's like gonna be no chance I can that they just sell chicken here. Yeah. Huh? Dorothy, is that you? Over here, Dorothy. Wow, look at all the stuff they're selling here. I'm getting a kink in my neck just by turning my head to try and take it all in. She's so into her surroundings, it looks like she can't even hear you. Dorothy, are you okay? It's a church. Excuse me. You're Father Holstein, right? Oh ho ho. Indeed I am. But how may I help you? This is for you. It's a letter from Father Divine in Roland. Ho ho ho. Is this for me? Thank you very much for delivering this. However, a letter from Father Divine could only mean, yes, he's come up with a new formula. Eh? New formula for what? Ho ho ho. Don't tell me you didn't know. Father Divine is a master of medicine, known throughout Leboro for his skills in the healing arts. In fact, he was well known for this even back when he was at the Granso Cathedral. Really? Even after he took up his new post as the Father in Roland, he has continued his research without fail. And when he discovers an effective medicine, he shares his knowledge with the rest of us. We bracers also use the medicine created by Father Divine on a daily basis. So in a way, we're being supported in our work from behind the scenes. I had no idea. It would have been nice if he had just at least mentioned it to us. But it's just not like him not to. Since he never talks about himself. Ain't that the truth? Father Divine is very strict with himself. Whenever he admonishes someone, he is always admonishing himself as well. This is one attitude I think all young children these days should learn. Although it's be a bit difficult for me to learn that at my ripe old age. Oh ho ho. Har 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 or whatever. Well, how about we just try to work hard without overreaching ourselves? I appreciate you coming all the way from Roland to deliver this letter today. O Adios, goddess of the firmament, please protect these souls as you guide them in their daily lives. There we go. Please, Layla. This is my one and only chance. Not this again. Where is the Orbital Factory? It's not in this block. Okay. Wow, now isn't this a gorgeous place? Check out this crazy expensive looking chandelier. Calm down, Estelle. It looks like the mayor. This is the mayor's place, all right. Now I just wonder if she's home. Oh, do we have visitors? Welcome to Bose's Mayor's Residence. May I ask who you are, please? We're with the Bracers Guild. The mayor made a request to the guild, and we've come to inquire about the details. Well, I've heard from the mayor that we would be expecting you. However, I am sorry to inform you that the mayor is currently out at the moment. She has gone to worship at the chapel. When do you expect her back, sir? Well, let me see. Actually, I would imagine her to be returning any moment now. Well, we're kind of in a hurry to meet her. Do you think it would be alright to call on her at the chapel? Well, I don't wish to inconvenience you. Don't worry, it would probably save the both of us some trouble. But if you don't mind me asking, what does the mayor look like? Like the typical wealthy person, big hat with feathers in it, dripping gemstones from every pore. Feathers? Gemstones from every... What? How colorful, but quite off the mark, I assure you. How would I describe her? Should I say she looks splendid? Or should I say beautifully mature? If she could just find the right man, then I could retire in peace. Huh? Never mind. I was just thinking out loud. Ah, yes, this may help. The mayor has a maid accompanying her. That might be the easiest way to find her. The mayor is being accompanied by a maid, huh? Sounds easy enough to find in a crowd of people. Let's hurry and head over to the chapel then. Okay, but where? I need to go and mess with my orbments. This is the highway. No. Alright. Well, what about up here? The south block. There you are. Okay. Oh, the weapon store's over there too. Okay. Alright. At least there's that. Okay. If I'm correct, Lautier, yeah, it's a AoE heal. Okay. Which means I can use it outside of combat to go and get everyone. Right, okay, that's good. Well, okay, let's see here. Let's... sell that. And buy ourselves... Let's get the stun rod. And the dual razors. And the blitz. Alright. I'll make up for the Mira and Sepith by other missions. Since we just arrived in town, there's plenty of stuff to go and earn some Mira off of. In fact, I could probably just turn in this one. There we go. Yep, that was a good 800 Mira or so. She was outside, so here's the maid. Oh, there you are. You're the maid we've been looking for. And you are? Estelle, that wasn't very polite. My apologies. We're with the Bracers Guild. We're looking for the mayor so we can confirm the details of a job she requested. Oh, I see. Please let me introduce myself. I am her maid, Lila. I see to the mayor's daily needs. Being served hand and foot, huh? The world we live in are really different. So where's the mayor, if you don't mind me asking? Didn't she come here to pray? She's playing hookies from her religious duties. Huh? I'm sure she's probably in the middle of inspecting the situation in the market. She took off after telling me to pray for her too. I don't know how I should say this, but the mayor seems like she has quite a unique personality. Well, doesn't she sound interesting? Even if she weren't the mayor, I'd be kind of intrigued. There is no doubt she's a capable person, although she does have a bit of an unrestrained aspect to her at times. Anyway, I'm on my way to meet her right now. I don't mean to sound impolite, but would you mind waiting at her residence? I will let her know you're there. I don't know how I feel about going back there empty-handed. Would it be alright if we came along with you instead? Come with me to meet the mayor? Well, I guess it's okay. Let's make our way to the Bose Market then. Whoosh. It's just walking in one long single file line, guys. Wow, this place really is huge. I wonder where the mayor is. Well, she does stand out in a crowd, so I'm sure you'll find her right away. Oh, just as I thought. The two of you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. Trying to force up the price of food at a time like this by buying it all up? You're not fit to be merchants in Bose. But ma'am, we were just thinking about how to increase sales for the Bose market in general. I don't want to hear anything anymore from you. If it were other products, it would be a different story, but we're making undue profits on necessities will lead to negative publicity for the market. Return those goods to their original prices at once. Alright, we'll do as you say. Now, I don't doubt your passion for the Bose market, but I want you to understand this. Commerce, when you get right down to it, is the established relationship of trust between people. And believe me, if you do business with that in mind, you become a wonderful merchant in Bose. Yes, ma'am. We'll do our best. Phew. Madam. Lila, so you came, huh? I'm sorry you had to see that side of me. Actually, you did a wonderful job, as always. But never mind that. These people are here to see you. Please, come back home immediately. Oh, that emblem. Could you be the bracers I requested? Yep, that's us, but... So, does that mean that you're... Forgive me for not introducing myself. My name is Mabel. I'm the owner of this market and the mayor of the Bose region. Oh, we're eating at the expensive restaurant. This restaurant looks super expensive. Are we really going to have a meeting here? I often use this place for business meetings. The food is quite good too. I'll tell you what though. I've heard the mayor of Bose was a woman. But I never imagined you would be this young. Based on looks alone, I would guess that you're only 4 or 5 years older than me. Actually, I still feel like I'm nothing more than an unworthy successor to my father. My late father was the previous mayor, and all I did was inherit the rights to the Bose market and the political foundation which he set up. That's a rather unvarnished self-evaluation if I've ever heard one. After all, I'm just the daughter of a businessman, so there's no sense in getting a high hat over that. But anyway, would it be alright to go over the details of my request with you again? Sure, that'd be fine. Well, what I would like to ask that you do is investigate the disappearance of the missing airship and bring closure to the incident.
I'm of the opinion that bracers would bring about much more desirable results concerning this incident than the army is currently producing. The reason being, we're not fighting a war. We're trying to find answers and solve a mystery. Well, I, for one, would be honored, but don't you think you're overrating us just a bit? Just call it a businesswoman's prerogative. The fact of the matter is, an influential businessman was aboard that airliner that just appeared. In addition, if the Royal Army continues to keep Bose airspace as a no-fly zone, business is going to suffer. And just when business had been booming prior to the Queen's birthday celebration, too. I see. So this is an economic appeal, right? Yes, it's something which I just can't trust to be left up to the Army alone. So, what do you think? Will you accept my request for your help in this matter? Well, we have our own reasons for wanting to investigate the situation, and we'd like to accept the job, but the Army has actively been trying to exclude bracers from anything having to do with the incident. So, I don't suppose you could pull the mayor card for us, could you? Maybe show the Army who's running this show? Excluding bracers, huh? This must have something to do with General Morgan, then. That man has disliked bracers from the beginning. So, you know who the general is, Mayor Mabel? He was a friend of my late father's. Tentatively speaking, we have a passing acquaintance with one another. So I may just be able to do something for you. Meaning... Lila? Yes, ma'am. Lila produced a sheet of letter paper and a fountain pen from her pocket and handed them to Mayor Mabel. I guess this should be sufficient. Here, please take this with you. Mayor Mabel's letter. What's this letter for? It's a letter of request to General Morgan. It is to inform him on my request for information about the incident as the official responsible for the region. I think this should be enough to get some information out of the army. I see. But I wonder if that bracer-hating general will even meet with us at all. I think it would be a pretty safe bet as long as you hide your identities. You would probably be best served by saying that you are messengers from the mayor. I don't really like the sound of that. It feels like we're lying or something. It's not lying, we're just not telling him everything. Since this is a time-sensitive situation, I think we should be practical about it. I guess you're right, Joshua. By the way, where do we need to go to meet General Morgan? There's a fort called Hacken Gate on the international border to the north of Bose. You should be able to find the general there. Alright, yeah, we passed by that way on the way here. Alright, everyone, I'm counting on you. Just leave everything to us. If we find out anything, we'll come and let you know. I'll be looking forward to some good news. Goodbye, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye. Alright, let's get going, shall we? The Hacken Gate is at the end of Eisen Road to the north of the East Bose Highway. In short, we need to head out the East Gate and then turn north afterwards, right? Alrighty then. Hacken Gate, here we come! How's everyone's stats looking? I'll probably be fine without healing yet. Oh, I should at least save, considering did a fair bit. Alright. Need a swig of water real quick. There we go. The intersection should just be right over here. Yep. Alright. Eisen Road. Hold it right there. The Hacken Gate is currently not permitting civilian passage through the checkpoint. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed past this point. Sorry to make you waste your breath, but we are authorized to be here. This is Mayor Mabel's. The mayor has requested that we come and speak with General Morgan about the status of the search. As you can see, this document is official. But if you don't want to let us through, I'm sure you'll be hating the life later. I guess there's nothing we can do but let you through. Are you serious about this? Don't you know? Mayor Mabel is the one in charge of the entire region. You just can't ignore that. I guess you're right. Alright. We'll grant you permission to pass, but make sure you don't cause any problems. Whatever happens, never forget that we share a border with the Empire. Yeah, we got it already. Alright then, let us through. Let's go. So even though this is like a military road, there are indeed monsters here. It's like, yes. You know, we're traveling down this little pathway a whole bunch, but we just can't be bothered to take care of the monsters and prevent them from getting over here. You're like trying to get to an emergency, but you're being stopped by birds with eggs on their head. I'm guessing these guys will give us the chicken we need. Tender poultry, yep. So I need to remember if I don't get 2 more between now and getting back to go and just kind of grind out some chicken. I get the feeling though it won't be that difficult. These guys die super fast.
Oh, are we done already?
Big chicken. Alright, are you weak to... You are really weak to fire. Wait, are you Hraesvelgr? Hraesvelgr the chicken. Okay. There we go. You are filled with the power of chicken tenders. Yup. There we go. More chicken, please. Yes. Just need 1 more and we'll be good. Oh, 2. Alright, yeah, we got enough chicken. That's a lot of birds. Oh, they just not take any wind damage. Oh, I didn't realize they were flat. Did I not? I did not read that properly. Okay, so they must just have reflect wind. Good to know.
We're good to go.
Sweet sponge cake recipe is now learned. I guess it's a good thing I ended up having Estelle knock some of the people out of the way. Otherwise, Joshua probably would have gotten reflected by a third person. 2 birds. Alright. Just barely.
Alright, we're good to go.
Give me more fire, Sepith. I don't need more earth or time or space. Alright. Where's the border of Erebonia? Haken Gate itself. This is Haken Gate? It's freaking huge! Of course it's huge. It acts as the sole entrance to the Empire, and it's the rampart that protects Liberl from foreign threats. After it was destroyed in the war 10 years ago, a much more robust wall was built in its place. Standard military reaction, bigger equals better. Which means that beyond this point is no longer Liberl. Yeah. It's the territory of the Erebonian Empire, which stands beneath the emblem of the Golden Stallion. The Erebonian Empire. Well, enough staring for one day. Let's go meet with General Morgan. There are some barracks right there to the side of the gate. Maybe we'll find him in there. Okay, let's go. Before that, I want you to remove those bracer emblems you've got pinned on your chest. Things won't be pretty if General Morgan sees those. Oh, I forgot all about that. Somehow I feel weird doing all of this. Yeah, there's something that just doesn't feel right about this. Don't worry. That's proof that you've started adjusting to being a bracer. Anything over here? Nope. Okay. I'm thinking of visiting the Empire. Doesn't look like anyone's here to fill out the necessary paperwork, though, for leaving the country. Well, it doesn't really matter to me, since I just live my life on a whim. In fact, the only reason I decided to travel to the Empire is, well, because it just occurred to me. Well, that we could all live this way. What a surprise. This is my first time eating Liberl's cooking, but it was rather delectable. I'm glad you liked it. If you head to town, there's a number of other places where you can eat great Liberl cooking as well. You enjoyed this trip of yours, alright? That I will, do believe me. If this is the kind of food I can get in a border dive like this, then I truly am in for a feast elsewhere in this land. Well, excuse me for having my bar here on the outskirts of the country. Before you go feasting on the fire things, how about a glass of wine? I know it's not high-end exactly, but the taste is worth the price. Well then, maybe I will. Do you think this guy is... He looks like a traveler from the Empire, if you ask me. Okay, I did already grab I have a potluck in the show already. The blonde man over there is rather handsome and well dressed, but after talking to him, I found out he's a little bit odd. I'm a merchant from the Erebonian Empire. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on a moment. Alright, there we go. Just a reminder of what I already knew. Alright, and on my way to Bose. Alright, anything else up here? Oh wait, I can rest. How much? 60? We'll wait a little bit longer. I guess we might as well save since we got here. How in the world did you guys get through? The barricade hasn't been lifted on Eisen Road yet. We came here on an errand for Mayor Mabel from Bose. Do you think you could get us in to see the General Morgan? Well, that's understandable. In that case, I could definitely get you to see the General, but unfortunately he's out at the moment. He's actually spearheading a number of searches right now. It looks like our timing was bad. You don't happen to have an idea when he might return, do you? I think he'll be back sometime today. There's a bar in the rest stop over there, so why don't you wait there for him? I'll let you know when he gets back. The bar? You mean the place we were just at? Why is there a bar in a place like this anyway? Obviously because this is the border with the Empire. Screening process for those entering and leaving the country is really strict, so there's a lot of travelers who have to wait quite a bit. That makes a lot of sense. In that case, it's understandable that you would need facilities like an inn and a bar. Well then, we'll take you up on your suggestions and wait over at the bar. Back to the bar. Good day to you all, my fine friends. You appear to be citizens of Liberl, but may I ask if you are traveling to the Empire? Nope, we're just here on an errand. We're not traveling to the Empire. You appear to be a citizen of Erebonia yourself. What about you? Are you here to visit Liberl Kingdom? I'm glad you asked. I'm indeed a visitor in Liberl, both for work and for pleasure. And you say you're running an errand, but I can see your true colors. I know exactly who you are. Who we are? Indeed, your bracers, no? How did you... We moved our bracer emblems. Wait, are you trying to tell us that you're in the same profession? It's true that there are guild branches in the Empire, but actually I'm not a bracer. I just know several people in the guild, that's all. And there's an air about you that reminded me of them, so I just thought I'd ask. Those are some excellent deductive reasoning skills you've got. I don't think an amateur could have picked us out of a crowd like that. Are you sure you're a traveler? Haha, please don't look at me with such suspicious eyes. Those cold, flickering eyes of amber, just like a glass of exquisite brandy. You just make me want to kiss you and hold you in my arms. What? You're a bold one, aren't you? Wait a minute, are you one of those men who likes other boys? I just can't help myself when I see something beautiful standing before my eyes. Daughters of serenity, sons of elegance. Supernal melodies and cleansing landscapes. Masterpieces and stories to move the soul. And last but not least, the most exquisite in food and drink. For things such as these are those which pique my interest. So you're a pervert, just like I thought! Yep, definitely a pervert. How dreadful it is that genius is misunderstood in every generation. I feel as if my delicate glass heart is about to be broken. You, with your magnificent black hair, please comfort me in my time of need. I'm gonna have to pass. You've already scarred me for life as it is. I've heard of strange conversations in my day, but this one's worth remembering. The look on the kid's face, huh? Hey, you three. Oh, it's the soldier from earlier. The general has just returned. I just spoke to him about the matter and he said he'll meet you now. Really? Yeah, so come to the barracks with me immediately. Well, that was much quicker than I thought. Yeah, now at least we'll be able to find out what's going on. Okay then, let's be off, shall we? Nani? What are you following us around for? Your timing is excellent. You didn't miss a beat in exiting behind us. It seemed almost natural, scarily so. Ha! You noticed! Everything about you all seemed just so interesting, I thought I'd take a gander. Please, don't mind me. Carry on, my good gents and mademoiselles. Of course we're going to mind! Now get you! Shoo! Shoo! Scrooge. Who was that guy? Seriously, what is his deal? He's not normal, that's for sure. Getting rid of that weirdo was probably better not only for ourselves, but a service for the world at large, too. Now let's hurry up and meet with the General. I could hear some arguing. Was that some kind of problem with another traveler? Nothing that big. That aside, could you let us meet the General? Yes, he's inside. His office is the last door on the left. Make sure you don't go wandering around in other places where you're not permitted. Boop, 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 boop. The end of the hall on the left. Looks like this is the General's room. Alright, here goes nothing. Are you on behalf of Mayor Mabel? That's right. Very well, come inside. Thank you for seeing us. I'm glad that you came. My name is Morgan. I've been tasked with guarding the Hakken Gate by Her Majesty Queen Alicia. It's an honor to meet you, sir. We are here on behalf of Mayor Mabel. Please pardon our intrusion during such a busy time. There's no need to apologize. I've known Mabel since she was but a child. I couldn't imagine ignoring her request, much less one from the mayor. Alright then, would you please read this first? So it's about the missing airliner, is it? Under ordinary circumstances, the information would be strictly confidential, but considering this is a request coming from her, I'll tell you everything I know. Sweet! Why are you happy about something that doesn't concern you? Crap, I may have kept my mouth. I should have just kept my mouth shut. The mayor appears to be quite distraught over the information, and so we've wanted to do anything we can to assist her. I see. Well, I'm glad to hear she's been blessed with some good people around her. Now, let us get right down to things and explain the status of our search efforts. Please do. The airliner Lynn disappeared on its way to Roland after taking off from the Bose landing port. Presently, we have units searching all areas to the region, but we have yet to come up with anything. So what you're saying is the possibility of the incident being caused by monsters or an accident is fairly slim, right? If an airship of that size has crashed, it likely would have been discovered in internal search efforts. Yes, that's exactly right. In fact, the flight route between Bose and Roland go over the same plains that allow a commanding view of the land. And of course, the probability of the airliner going down in Valeria Lake or the ocean is extremely low. Boy, am I relieved to hear that it's probably not a worst-case scenario like that. So if those have been ruled out, then that leaves the door open to the possibility that the airship could have been taken, right? Which makes me think that the only remaining motive must be to loot the cargo or demand ransom from the hostages. In other words, a hijacking, right? Also, considering the geographical conditions, it could have been a covert operation carried out by the Imperial Army. And that would be really big news if that were the case. What's the matter, General? I was just thinking that's quite the impressive assessment from civilians. We also considered the possibility that the army was involved, so we have enforced strict regulations on the flow of information. An international incident, if taken lightly, could result in another war. But, thanks to the small mercies of Adios, that possibility for another conflict disappeared early this morning. A certain organization sent a letter to the royal family and Orboco, claiming responsibility and demanding a ransom for the passengers. The organization goes by the name of the Kapua family. The Kapua family? It couldn't be who I think it is, could it? It certainly appears that way. The Sky Bandits, who have been operating in the shadows of the Bose region, and are led by 3 siblings at the head. I take it you've heard of them? Not only have we heard of them, we just had a run-in with them in Roland. I just can't believe those good-for-nothing thieves have managed to create such a big incident here in Bose. Estelle? Eh, oops. You had a run-in with them in Roland? I had heard that some of their gang had shown up in the Roland region, but... I think he's on to us. Yeah, because you and your big mouth. I see now. I thought the way you were able to analyze this situation was strange for mere civilians. But I never would have guessed that a girl and a couple of kids like you were bracers. Who are you calling kids? Just for the record, Mayor Mabel did in fact request that we come here and talk to you. Silence, deceivers! Get in here, men! He looks pretty pissed. So this is how a hard-nosed military man acts, huh? What's the matter, General? Did these visitors try to pull anything funny? These bracers need to be shown the door. Throw them out immediately. Just what's your problem, old man? Trying to brush us off like bugs? You're no different. Hiding your identity so you could try and finagle some information out of me. It's because you pulled underhanded actions like that that bracers can't be trusted. It's why do you get off calling it finagling? It's your own fault since you didn't share information with the guild to begin with. Nonsense. Who in their right mind would leave an incident like this big in the hands of mere civilian group? I swear, of all the stupid things Mabel could have tried to pull, hiring a bunch of kids like this and getting in the way of our search party. How about you cut with the crap, General? Why do you think we've had to come all the way to Roland to begin with? It's because when it came down to it, you military morons couldn't do your job. What did you just say? Holy cow, Cher's really pissed all right. For the past few months, you've known about the string of burglaries which seem to be the work of the Sky Bandits, right? And who, knowing full well of it was them, dumped the workload onto the guild instead of looking into it themselves like they should have, huh? Now, the second this incident happens, you get on your high horse with an attitude. Yet you've got nothing to show for it, no hostages, or even the location of the missing airliner. Don't you think that's an embarrassment to the entire kingdom? Silence, girl! The military is an organization that runs on discipline and does not take its actions on a whim. Unlike a group I know who didn't think ahead and let the Sky Bandits escape, so enough with your insolence. So you're really looking for a fight, aren't you? How sad it is to see such discord. Strife brings nothing to be borne, but only extends the barren wilderness within our hearts. Let me sing a requiem for you all, one to soothe your parched souls. A gentle yet wistful tune to bathe your brittle spirits and cause the desert of your hearts to bloom. Brightly shooting stars, leaving trails in the skies. Like a guiding light, they show me to your eyes. This yearning passion tears my heart in twain, and the cruel moon marks my pain. If this fleeting dream shall never be, a single wound will remain in my heart for all to see. Our passionate first and final kiss. Your tears to me are an amber bliss. Let us immure this eternal love. Haha! It looks like you all understood what I was trying to get across. What is it that is most precious above all? That is love and peace, baby! One moment. 11 piece indeed. This is what happens when you have a bard in your party. It's just, we're about to go break out into an argument, and then allow me to play you a lovely song to greet you with this wonderful day. I think it's about time for the search parties to be returning with their reports. That's right, General. I should get back to my duties and make sure you don't let those kids in again. Oh, and cancel any further checks on travelers along Eisen Road. Having these kids around any longer will just be an eyesore. Right away, sir. He ran away. I wish we could escape. He's still right behind us, isn't he? Haha! No matter which country you visit, military men lack romanticism. But you lot, on the other hand, appear to appreciate my aesthetic sense. You know, maybe we should just get going ourselves. Yeah, that's a good idea. We had a bit of trouble, but we did manage to get some information. After we head back to Bose, how about we think about our future plan of attack? But where are you going? Wait for me! I mean, please wait for me! Let me try and introduce myself again. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a wandering bard and a musician by trade. As you already know, I'm an Erebonian touring your fair liberal. I'm Estelle and... No, wait a minute! Why do we have to introduce ourselves to you? Easy, Estelle. He did intercede for us back there. I'm Joshua. And I'm Sherazard. Things were getting pretty heated, and I'm glad you stepped in before something really bad happened. Let me just say thanks. Ha! You've got nothing to thank me for. I only did what any person who loves beauty and peace would have done. However, if you insist, how about going on a date with me for a day? I'm going to have to pass on that. First of all, I don't have that sort of free time. That's too bad. Alright then, I guess I'll accept Joshua as a substitute. What do I have to do with any of this? Please don't involve me in your questionable humor. Well, that's odd. I didn't mean it as a joke. Saying that makes you even more questionable. Now wait just a minute. How come you didn't invite me on a date? You? Well, I don't know how to put this, but you're quite lacking. You might want to think about taking a lesson or two from your friends here. Well, excuse me? And just what do you mean by saying I should take a few lessons from Joshua? Calm down, Estelle. I think you're cute enough just the way you are. Though, I guess it's true, you are a bit lackluster in that category. What did you just say? Oh, good grief. Anyway, like I said, we're busy. I'm sorry there's not a better way to thank you, but we've got to get going. Then how about you take me along with you to the city of Bose? This is my first time in Libero, after all, and I'd like to request a guide. Well, if that's all you want, then I don't mind. Shara, now, just a second. It's the least we can do, and we're headed in the same place anyways. Plus, acting as a guide is one of the Bracer's many duties. Oh, right. I guess we're stuck with him until then. But what if he tries to sink his poisonous fangs of lust into Joshua? Estelle? Don't you worry, Joshua. I'll save you from his perverted attentions if he tries anything funny. What exactly do you think he'll try anyway? Please don't refer to me like I'm some sort of ferocious beast. I'd rather you call me a hunter of love. Even love stealer wouldn't be that bad of a title either. Are you alright in the head? So how about it, everyone? Shall we leave for Bose? I'm counting on you all to get me there safely. Now, let us be off. Who died and made you leader? Wait a minute. I'm not done warning you about the grisly fate that awaits you if you try to sully Joshua's innocence. And now, Olivier has wormed his way into the party. I'm going to have to end here, but next time we can continue with the fun of having Olivier Lenheim with us. So, hope you all have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.